every now and then you come across a coaster that is just breakneck intense and has insane pacing, insane airtime, and some super aggressive moments. And then there are other coasters that just go around in circles and provide boring and kind of rough experiences. Hershey Park's newest roller coaster, Wildcat's Revenge, is definitely part of the first group that I just described. This ride is insane. I mean, this thing is definitely up there for one of the more aggressive RMCs. The ending of this ride is just unbelievable. The whole layout is just unbelievable. I actually already have a review up on my channel about this roller coaster, so if you really feel like it, just go and give that a watch. And ever since it opened on May 29th for pass holders and June 2nd for the general public, many people have been going out there and saying that this is one of, if not the best RMC, and that it's better than rides like Steel Vengeance and Iron Gwazi. And in this video, we're going to really put Wildcat's Revenge to the test to see if it is actually that good. Now, let's be honest here, we all know that Wildcat's Revenge is nowhere near as long as Steel Vengeance or other rides such as Hakuge or even Zadra. But how long does the ride actually feel? I mean, yes, it's kind of lower on the length side for a lot of the larger RMCs, but I mean, this thing really feels like it is a complete ride. It feels like it lasts long enough, and there isn't really anything to be desired about the ride. Overall, this ride is as close to perfect as you could get for a length for an RMC coaster. It's not too long, it's not too short, it's just right there in the middle. This coaster is really one of those coasters that feels like it is a long enough ride. Sure, Wildcat's Revenge is a pretty intense ride, but you have Skyrush in the same park, which absolutely blows Wildcat's Revenge out of the water when it comes to intense moments. On the first drop on Wildcat's Revenge, you have some decent G's poured at the bottom of the drop, and on some of the pullouts of the elements, but other than that, there isn't that much intensity. I'd say some of the most intense parts are the airtime moments. While not positive G intense, these things are really negative G intense, which leads us right into our next category, which is Wildcat's Revenge is packed to the brim with some of the best airtime moments I've experienced on a roller coaster. It's sideways airtime, outer banked airtime, just normal airtime, and even airtime in spots that you didn't know you could get it. So I mean, this ride is airtime focused, I would say. Even though this ride has a lot of inversions, I would say that this ride mostly focuses on the airtime. There are so many airtime moments that are back to back. Sure, the inversions are pretty close together, but they are usually separated with 2 to 3 airtime moments. So I would say that this ride does focus more on the airtime. But how does the airtime stack up to other attractions and other RMCs? I do think that roller coasters such as Storm Chaser have a lot more powerful airtime moments, while rides like Twisted Timbers have strong, but not as strong as Wildcat's Revenge airtime moments. I would say though that the ride with the strongest airtime in the park would have to be Wildcat's Revenge now. I used to say Skyrush, but now Wildcat's Revenge just seems to have a lot more aggressive airtime than Skyrush and a lot more like sharp airtime than Skyrush, and it is way more comfortable than Skyrush. You are usually like pinned down to your seat because of the lap bar restraints on that ride, but on this, you get the full power of the airtime. Wildcat's Revenge has pacing like no ride I've ever experienced before. This ride just whips through its layout and loses it what seems like no speed at all through the layout. I mean, this thing is right up there with RMCs like Iron Gwazi or Zadra when it comes to pacing. This thing never lets up and is relentless to the very end. Even the inversions at the very end of the ride are the best. They are so relentless and definitely give the most snap of any inversion on the ride. The exits of all the inversions are strong, and the airtime is super powerful throughout the ride. Overall, this pacing is unbelievable. It is only beat by some coasters in my opinion. Overall, I do think that Wildcat's Revenge is definitely deserving of an upper tier RMC placement and is definitely deserving of all the hype that it gets. I think that this ride is unbelievable and definitely the new best coaster at Hershey Park. I definitely cannot wait to get more rides on this year and put out maybe another review at the end of the Hershey Park season to see how far this ride has come and maybe how my opinions have changed on it since my first rides. But yeah, I cannot wait to ride this more, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope that you guys will be able to come out and experience this attraction because it is unbelievable. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.